started wrestling in the 9th grade. I fell in love with wrestling from the moment I started, really. It was just the kind of sport that appealed to me because I liked the idea of relying on nobody but myself to pull out wins, and that kind of independence, it felt empowering. Up until wrestling, I didn't feel that there was anything that I was passionate about. The only way I was going to be allowed to do it was to have my grades be really high and acceptable level for my mother. I definitely always had the potential to do really well and excel in anything that I decided I put my mind to. I actually took a year off. Well, I didn't take the year off. My mom kind of took me off the team because she wasn't too happy with my grades. The moment that I saw that she was serious about not letting me wrestle, if my grades weren't good, that was the moment that I decided to turn things around. I also used to play football, and I actually, being pretty heavily scouted or recruited, I would say, it's so much easier to receive scholarships and things like that for football. Wrestling, there's not so much. Football was not what I wanted to do, Wrestling was really where my heart was at. I chose to come to Hunter College because at the time I was interested in physical therapy, and I know that we had a really good program, but what really sold Hunter to me was the fact that we had a wrestling team, because I knew that I wanted to continue with the sport. By the time I came to Hunter College, I was already in a mindset that I kind of like the idea of being a smart wrestler. Most people don't put those two things together. I like breaking people's notions about normal or what's to be expected. I was in my books from the very beginning.
When we have a student athlete that's special like that, there's not much we really have to do to motivate him. He's self-motivated and he works hard, and it shows leadership quality, which he really has.
Right now, I'm working in a bird song laboratory, and we're studying a zebra finch, which is a type of bird. I'm looking at behavioral aspects of this bird. I originally came wanting to do physical therapy, and I was taking all my prerequisite courses. I pretty much have everything under my belt, and like last year in the spring, I got into scientific research. I thought it would be a much more fulfilling career for me. Balancing my school and wrestling and social life is not something that came right instantaneously. Honestly, I would spend a lot of time in the library or taking the time that I needed to study, and whenever I was on the mat, I would dedicate those 2 hours a day for practice time, maybe have an hour more for watching wrestling videos and learning technique outside of the sport. I would take more volunteering opportunities with Hunter Athletics, that we go out to either the New York Marathon or the Ronald McDonald House. When it comes to social life, it really helps to have a planner.
He shows that it's not just about the sport, and it's the overall body of work a student athlete goes through. So it's exciting for him to have that, and also show that it can be done for the future of the program.
My favorite move is definitely the high crotch lift to the right side high C. It's my go-to.
He has a great first step. Once he gets in on those legs, the takedown is just about going to happen, and it happens so quick that the opponents just have no time to react.
The kind of bond that I've developed over the years with these guys on the wrestling team, it's like no other friendship, really. They're all friends that I look at like family. We've been through all kinds of things, and you build something powerful there.
Wrestling has a unique dynamic. It's a team sport as well as individual. And I think for him, the team gravitated to him for energy, whether he was on a mat competing, which was the ultimate for our team to watch him. But at the same time, when the other wrestlers were competing, he was their biggest supporter. So the team gravitates to him for everything, and he serves almost as another coach.
My goal was to be an All-American and to be a national champion and to do as well as possible with the sport. But me maintaining my academic life and achieving my academic goals, to me that was separate from the sport. I didn't know that there was something that can go hand in hand.
He is the epitome of a student athlete. He takes his wrestling serious as well as his academics.
When I found out that I was Scholar Athlete of the Year, I was very, very excited and happy because I feel that all my hard work has been paying off.